Yes, it is more of a useful weapon in the randomizer as opposed to the any percent no Up+A category. So I don't think we're going to see too many red candles unless money becomes really, really tight for somebody.
Yeah, and the thing about Audible to the red candle route isn't just the money, because ultimately you need the same amount of money on the blue candle route with 230 secrets as you do on the red candle route with no 30 secrets. You need 40 rupees in pickups. And we're off.
Yes, indeed, we are off. All four runners going to do their best to screen scroll their way to level 3. We'll find out who is the first one to get there. Looks like it's rcdrone and TA. They're going to get to level 3 first. We're on our way.
Yeah, we saw on the first screen leaving the Woodsword Cave, some of the runners tried to do some zigzag movement out of the cave in order to cut a frame every time that they turned their direction left to down and down to left.
All right, now we're going to see if there's a divergence of paths on which way they take in order to get the key. Some might go through the shoot room to pick up a key. Others might go through another room where you go north of a dart nut room to pick up a key that way. So there are many different paths, and it looks like all four of these runners are taking the same path.
Who gets bombs? Breastickle and Xarnax get bombs, and Drone and TA do not.
Yep, so that's going to make things a little bit more tricky here. But yeah, all four of our runners currently have 4 bombs. They're going to want to try and bomb these dart nuts, and at the same time either get a lucky candy bomb from those orange dart nuts, which are in the bomb dropping group, or they're going to try and build a 10 count. They want to try to kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit and bomb that 10th enemy. That 10th enemy, if you bomb it and it's in the drop group, you are going to get a guaranteed fresh set of bombs.
And here we just saw that even though the first bomb is, getting the first bomb is a time saver, that second Dark Nut room is just as big of a factor.
Yeah, no question about it. We see that BT is the first to get out of there with the raft, and he's got the maximum of 8 bombs, so he'll have plenty of ammunition to take down the manhandler.
Xarnax
and it looks like
off.
Yes. Well, you said that, and actually was a commentator's blessing, because Xarnax ended up getting bomb drops from that orange dart nut, so now he's got a lot of bombs to play with. Let's see how Breastickle does. Bullseye! 1-hit knockout of the manhandler, well played, and a bullseye for rcdrone as well.
Yeah. That's what we like to see here. We like to see the runners getting out of level 3 and having a good race.
Yep, and Xarnax a little bit slower on the draw, but he too gets to take care of manhandler. He gets his bomb drop, so everybody's off to a good start here in this race. So next up, they're going to want to go to level 4, but rcdrone has a little bit of a situation here. He's only got 1 bomb to his name, and there are no bomb drops to be found in level 4. You'd have to have at least 2 bombs to get through this route optimally. So Drone in a little bit of a jam here. He's going to want to try and build a 10 count and do this wisely. Nice! He gets 2 sets of bombs.
Yeah, he knew his global for sure, and I would expect that if he bombed there that he had a force count waiting for him. It's a risky move to do otherwise.
Yeah, no question about it. He did have that count built up to 10, and he ends up getting 2 sets of bombs, so now he's in really good shape. All 4 of our runners are in good shape in the bomb department. The first real gatekeeper here coming up in level 4 is that breakfast room.
Nice double rcdrone set up another 10 count by the Zal room and got a double 10 or 5 drop, setting up the globe. I think you can see here that and Breastickle forced a rupee in the same room, so both Drone and Breastickle are still holding out for the 30-30 route over the double hundo.
Yeah, that's right. And by the forcing 10 count of the 5 rupee, it's the same as trying to force a bomb, but instead of bombing the 10th enemy, you stab the 10th enemy. And again, if you don't get hit, you'll get a fresh set of 5 rupees. Breastickle is the first one to complete the magical breakfast room, or just the breakfast room. Magical breakfast room is coming up later. And they'll pick up the ladder. Xarnax and Drone picking up their ladders, and TA picking up their ladders. All 4 of these are neck and neck. This is a 4-way race. We would have quite the nail-biter to start out.
Yeah, and I think we can confirm that TA does not care about money. He just left the 5er on the ground. He's going double hundo, and you're going double hundo, you don't need to spend even a frame picking up an extra rupee.
Absolutely, and we'll see who does this. Boy, breastickle and rcdrone are side by side right now as they pick up these 10 rupees. Boy, they are flying, ladies and gentlemen. TA having a little bit of trouble doing the ladder clip here in this tea room. Without a candle, you cannot see where you're going here in this, but we can tell you this is the tea room, and TA having all kinds of problems doing this ladder clip. And it's a very difficult maneuver to pull off. He finally does manage to pull it off there.
BT and rcdrone only picking up 9 rupees from the treasure. See this Gleeok fight.
10 hits for the first head, 6 heads for the second head. Bombed one of the heads, and yeah, you know why he did that? That was to force a bomb drop. That was a well-played fight by Drone.
Yeah, so the bomb is the enemy. The red head flies through it. We got Xarnax fighting as well, and he looks to be in good shape, but the red head flying through the bomb, it kills it on every frame it flies through, and it respawns it.
Xarnax with no refill, so he had a pretty darn good Gleeok fight. He ended up getting a fairy drop. Ooh, TA needs to be very careful. He is down to half a heart. One more hit from anything, and he is down for the count. He needs a couple more hits left to go on this Gleeok. Look out. Nicely done, TA.
So, yeah, as I remarked before, Drone and breastickle only picked up 9 rupees from the 10 rupee room because it sent him to a multiple of 5. They're only concerned about getting 5ers from this point on to go as fast as possible.
Yep, that's right. Breastickle and rcdrone doing the pirouette out of level 1. It's more of a useful glitch in the randomizer, but if you see a locked door to the north, west, or east, you could do a trick where you back out of the dungeon and come back into it, and that locked door will magically be gone.
Yeah, that's a trick. Just tricks the game. It thinks that you entered the dungeon from the top door as you come back in, so it opens that door. That's how it checks doors in this game. It just knows what room you entered from and says, okay, open it.
Now, interesting, breastickle has 1 fewer key than rcdrone has right now. I wonder what breasticle's strategy is.
I didn't see where he would have missed that key.
Yeah, because he's only got 2 keys while rcdrone has 3 keys, and in fact, looks like all of our runners are going to have 3 keys.
Yeah, there are no real key audibles at this point in the route. The error key would have been one. Oh, he left it on the NSU room.
Ah, that makes more sense.
I think he might have had a 9 count entering the NSU room and wanted to avoid having to kill it, so he just dodged it on the way through.
Ah, that would make total sense. So that's the reason why BT was deficient on keys at the moment, but now he is back on level pegging as TA has picked up his bow, but rcdrone has tackled Aquamentus, so he is done with level 1. He gets his 3rd Triforce piece.
Yeah, and 35 rupees. He's a little over what he needed here, and I think he'd probably rather have been able to trade 5 of those rupees in for 3 bombs.
Absolutely, and BT also done with level 1, Xarnax42 right behind him. TA's got a little bit of work to do, but he's definitely in this race, as long as he doesn't take any death, and that is one thing you do want to keep in mind during these any % no Up+A tournaments. Anytime you take a death, you have to go back to the screen you took the death on before you may continue. TA is able to bomb his way through the Aquamentus. He'll get his Triforce piece out of level 1 himself.
rcdrone is taking the JSR path to the Heart Rock and the 30 Secret. Going to the 30 Secret first is marginally faster, and it provides opportunities to do what Drone just did, more easily work counts.
Absolutely. Both of these runners are having the same strategy. However, breastickle is going to be at 57 rupees. He is 3 rupees short of being able to purchase that candle that Drone is about to make the purchase on. Now, if he's got the count set up, he could get a 5 rupee off of one of these enemies, which he does not yet. He's now got 58.
Now, what he needs to do is just not take any hits, because there's plenty of enemies here to stack that count on, as long as he doesn't lose it. There it is.
Yep, got that count to 10. He gets a 5 rupee off the orange Tektite, and now he's got the cash to purchase that candle. Drone going to be the first to go into level 5.
I'm going to be interested if any players are using recently discovered control over creating extra counts from killing enemies.
Now it looks like Xarnax42 and ta909 are both doing the double hundo route, as both of them have captured the 100 rupee secret in the far northeastern section of Hyrule.
Yeah, we could see that one coming a bit of a ways out. It really does make the run a lot more simple. You can just put every forced count toward bombs, and you will secure success on your run almost every time doing that.
Now here's what could separate the run between breastickle and rcdrone. We have a room coming up that is affectionately known as the Room of Requirement. It's this room that drones in. You have 6 blue dart nuts to take care of. Each one has 8 hit points or 2 bombs. And boy, drone is taking a lot of damage, but he does get a fairy drop, and that is a good thing. Of course, blue dart nuts being in the health drop group, so they tend to drop lots of hearts and fairies, but you have to clear this room in order to get this recorder, and drone having all kinds of problem here in the Room of Requirement.
BT's already forced a rupee in this room, so he only has 1 bomb left in here before he loses a menu and runs out of bomb.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one. Drone is the first to get out of the room requirement, so he'll go ahead and get his recorder, which is needed not only to take down the Dig Dogger here in level 5, but also to gain access into level 7.
And BT does very well with his sword there, and now we've got Xarnax coming in.
Let's see how Xarnax does against the blue dart nuts here in level 5. TA is going to be right behind him.
TA is using a strat that we call the penalty box. He's going to go into this room and get some kills to stack his count so he can get more bombs out of the Darknet room. Ooh, that's a good bomb by Xarnax there. 12 damage.
Yeah, that's a great strategy. Oh, look out, drone. He's down to half a heart. He takes hit it from anything. He's going to be going down to the talent, which makes me wonder, might he take an intentional death at the cross paths where you would normally continue your quest anyway?
Yeah, half heart is not the safest thing. 1 fireball in the boss fight would waste a lot of his time. It'd take a whole minute and a half off his run, probably.
Yeah, that was a good strategy going into the penalty box. Unfortunately, he took a couple of bombs. I don't know if he was able to force that bomb drop, but he does clear the Room of Requirement, and he is not far behind Xarnax, who had a little bit of a tough time in that room. It's about 5 seconds difference. This is close.
Yeah, that's not bad. And BT's just a hair ahead of drone now, and I think BT's gonna his confidence with his hearts here is gonna probably give him a couple more seconds before the end of 5.
Absolutely. BT is going to edge out in front of drone because drone has to play this conservative. If he takes a death here, it could be curtains for drone. I can't believe I'm saying this early, but with BT's skill level, taking a death could be the end of the road.
Yeah, that's definitely something he wants to avoid here, and he'll try to be as careful as possible.
Yeah, so I would imagine he's going to go for the double bomb strat, not take any chances against this Dig Dogger. There's one bomb. He's already getting his bomb ready. Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. He gets his heart container. Drone with the clutch half-heart strats, which is good news for him. However, because breastickle had plenty of hearts, he takes the lead in this match. Yeah,
drone's refill is going to cost him at least, I'd say, 4 seconds, 4.25 seconds there.
Meanwhile, TA has a very slight lead on Xarnax right now. This is a very close game. Correction, Xarnax is the one that has the lead on TA. It is very close. They're about a few seconds apart, so, and their health is very similar, so we'll see how they do against Dig Dogger.
Yeah, they're 5 seconds apart. They're about 1 room. Oh, BT's doing this. Oh, he misses the bush clip, minus 6 frames.
And Xarnax42, though, has a little bit of an issue. He can't double bomb the Dig Dogger because he only had 1 bomb. However, very nice Dig Dogger fight with the rest of that wood sword. Well played.
TA's bomb is on the verge of missing there. But, yeah, interesting play. He places that bomb above Dig Dogger, and Dig Dogger moves up into it.
Yeah, that was a very close call there by TA. He could have been in a very tough predicament there had his bomb shot missed, but fortunately, Dig Dogger cooperated. He's out of level 5, and all 4 of these runners are really, really close to each other, and breastickle is going to be the first to capture this heart at the raft spot.
And at 14 minutes and 3 seconds, that's a pretty good pace for a race.
Oh, no question about it. For those of you who may not know, the race world record was set earlier in the tournament by Darkwing Duck, 29 minutes and 31 seconds. Not sure if either breastickle or rcdrone might finish up with that kind of pace, but they're both plowing along. You never know.
Yeah, at this point, either one would need to have an excellent, a top-end run from here on out to get that kind of pace, but they're capable of it, for sure.
No question about it right now. Very close between the two and very close between Xarnax42. Xarnax doing the around the world screen wrap to pick up his heart container. TA right behind him. It's still close between those two.
Xarnax still just one screen ahead here, transitioning at the same time going up.
Here we are going into level 2. We've got the Gorilla set here. This is where they can get plenty of bombs and refill that count back to 8. And Breasticle's going to need it because he's got no bombs to his name.
Alright, let's see if he waits for boomerangs to come out or if he just says the heck with it.
Oh, bad luck for Breasticle. He does not get a bomb drop after killing the Master Gorilla, so he's gonna have to work for it in the room before the Dodongo.
You know, it's bad luck, but he also only actually had one chance to get a bomb. He was in the wrong part of the count to have more than one chance.
Absolutely. So right now, Drone is sitting on 5 bombs, and TA doesn't have any bombs either, so he's going to have the same predicament, and Xarnax doesn't have any bombs also.
Yeah, it's a common strategy to come into this level with no bombs, and not worry about it, hope for the best.
No
now
bomb
BT
drops for those Gorillas. BT will get his automatic bombs from the rune drop, and let's see if he can get a one-hitter on the Dodongo. He does. Very nice job.
That helps him. He can get through level 7 at least. He might leave with 0 if he gets no drops, but at least he'll be out of the level.
Well, look at this. Drone with the grayscale here. He gets his maximum set of bombs, so now he's got 8. And Breasticle has just enough bombs for what he needs to go into level 7. We have the old mnemonic device here, Unos. 7 and 7. You want 7 bombs to have the most optimal route possible to beat level 7.
That's right. And I don't know what Drone did to pull off that grayscale. Did he have to menu at the right time during a bomb explosion?
Oh, he must have, and it looks pretty darn cool. He is a little bit behind Breasticle, but again, it is still anybody's game, and it looks like that Xarnax is going to potentially be the first to face off against Digdogger, but TA is right behind him. These two guys are neck and neck, and TA actually is going to take the lead back from Xarnax.
Yeah. Xarnax got a bomb drop there, but wasn't able to make anything good out of it, and now he's going to still leave with 7 bombs. Oh no!
No! Hungry Dodongo, and Xarnax loses out on the drop of 4 bombs, and that is going to cost him for level 7.
The penalty for that's going to be at least 8 seconds. The plus side here is he has enough rupees to actually buy bombs from the shop that BT just left.
Yeah, he could do that because you need 140 rupees to purchase the bait and the wooden arrows, and he's got 24 extra rupees. He could purchase a set of bombs if he so chooses to, and not have to fight the blue Gorilla rooms to get a drop of 4 bombs.
Yeah, I think the strat, if he doesn't buy it, would be to go left at the beginning of the level and go into the rope room. Or not, maybe it's 4 keys to the left of the room that BT's in, and there's a bomb in there, but we'll see. Oh, and he pulls off the Roo Quarter.
Yes, that's a brand new strat discovered by Roo Slugs, and now in addition to the Roo Quarter, we've got the Tri-Quarter, which gets rid of the puff of smoke that this merchant has, plus it saves on a whistle blow.
Yep, it's called the Tri-Quarter. It has a triple effect. Gets rid of the Armos wake-up timer as well.
Excellent move right there by Xarnax. He's going to go ahead and purchase these arrows here for 80 rupees. Let's see if he decides to go back and purchase the bombs to get himself up to 7, or if he's going to just go for it. He's going to go for it.
Yeah, I think this is just fine. If he's going to take a side route to get the bombs, it's about the same amount of time loss, and he'll keep the rupees, which he can use to shoot enemies.
Absolutely. TA will be the first to go into level 7 between him and Xarnax. Meanwhile, Breasticle and rcdrone are still pretty close to each other. Right now, it's Breasticle having the lead as rcdrone places the bait on that hungry Gorilla. And Breasticle, this is where you normally pick up the red candle, but of course, all 4 of our players do have the blue candle, so nobody's going to go into that staircase.
Looks like
let's see if Breasticle can get 2 well-placed bombs here on this Digdogger to take him down. He's got 1 ready to go. The second one, bullseye. Good shot there by BT. All right, very dangerous room coming up for BT. It's the reverse C room that's not as famous as the one you'll see in level 9, but it does have its problems because you've got these wall masters and you've got these bubbles that stand in your way, but that was a good room there by BT. Let's see how Drone does in that same room. If his spawns are the same as BT's, he should have no problem. That bubble is rapidly approaching, and there's still one more. He got it with the bomb. That was a nice strategy there by Drone to not get grabbed by the Wall Master.
Yeah, when you have extra bombs in that room, you got a lot of flexibility.
No question about it there. Xarnax and TA. TA is going to be the first at Dig Dogger. Let's see if he can get the 2 bombs down precisely. And a bullseye. Good kill there by rcdrone to take down Aquamentus. He's going to be right behind breastickle and not much of a refill either. So those two are neck and neck still coming out of level 7.
CTA do the Wallmaster room strat. He's getting some good bubble action here. Nice and safe. Oh, he points left on the last one. He loses a little bit of time spawning the last Wallmaster to the center of the room.
Yeah, but still pretty good room there by TA. Xarnax still going to have the lead a little bit. Or no, he's the one that's behind right now. Let's see how he does. Now, he needs to be very careful. He does get a rupee, so he could fire an arrow if he wants to, but he's just going to wait it out after getting hit by that bubble. You lose your sword access for a few seconds, but nonetheless, pretty good room there by Xarnax, and he still has 6 rupees.
Yeah, the bubble left him alone, so he was able to just wait out the sword timer.
Meanwhile, rcdrone is going to go ahead and pick up the magical sword, as did breastickle, which does 4 hit points of damage anytime you strike the enemy with it, and they're going to need it because here we are in level 6. We're dealing with Wizrobes.
Yeah, breasticle's in a situation here. He needs to get a bomb drop, and he does. So,
wow, commentator's blessing yet again, Unos. Look, player looking for the bombs, and when you ask for it, they come. As Xarnax gets the Triforce out of level 7, TA is going to have a lead now. The pressure's going to be on Xarnax to get this screen scroll here quickly because he's already about 20 seconds behind TA as Xarnax, and he got it. Nice. Here's the magical breakfast room. Both players are in it at the same time. Drone taking a little bit of damage, but breastickle gets out of there unscathed. He gets a bomb drop, a lucky bomb drop from that orange Wizrobe. Well played there. You see Xarnax, he's picking up the magical sword as well, and TA getting a clock drop that he doesn't need. He probably wishes he'd have it in the breakfast room. Here's the magical breakfast room 2 now for breastickle. Let's see how he does against these blue Wizrobes. You lose 2 hearts every time you get hit by their beams, 4 hearts if you get hit by the orange Wizrobe beams, but boy, breastickle made that room look easy. TA needs to be very careful here. He's only got 1 bomb left, and you got to have a bomb in this room. And can he place it perfectly? Yes, he can.
TA had a very good magical breakfast one there.
Well, you better believe he did. Oh, and he gets an FU beam to the face right there by that blue Wizrobe. Very unlucky there by TA. Breasticle's going to take down Gomba, but Drone is right behind him. Now, Breasticle's going to have no refill, while Drone's going to have some refill. But these two are still close coming out of level 6.
Yeah, 3-second refill for Drone here. 0 for BT.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable race between these two competitors. This is going to be a barn burner, but level 8 could be the next gatekeeper for either one of these runners because we have 2 rooms that we call the Blue Lagoon rooms because we're talking more of those pesky blue dark nuts and a lot of lag because of these turret statues, these BMO statues, whatever you want to call them. They're the ones that are going to slow the room down.
Yeah, this room is horrible to play in. The slowdown is sporadic. It's not the helpful kind that you can use to actually make decisions. It just screws up your movement.
If you go into that room with Beam Sword, try to do so because having a Beam Sword against blue Dark Nuts, it makes it so much easier. Now the good news is with the Magical Sword, they only need 2 hits to be taken down, but of course they still do the 2 hearts of damage if you get hit by him. He does get a heart drop, and he now has full health again.
Yeah, I could see BT wanting to do a sword maneuver there, and it looked like he just got an input eaten. Let's see Drone.
And Drone, that was a pretty good Blue Lagoon room as well. He's going to be right behind. Now BT tanking a little bit now. He bombed to the north right there. He's not going to go into that room, but if you continue to the north, that's where you're going to get your magical key. BT having a pretty good Blue Lagoon room to himself, but breastickle is going to keep his lead. Let's see how he does against the four-headed Gleeok. The good news is, got 4 heads, only 9 hits needed between the 4 heads, and this is no problem for BT.
Yeah, this is a 2-factor level. It's 1, killing the enemies quickly, 2, taking as little damage as possible, and I think BT has gained time on Drone, although Drone did gain some health back toward the end, so he's not going to have as big of a refill as it looked like he was heading for.
Yep, so BT, it looks like he's going to be the first one to level 9. However, he's got a little bit of a bomb issue. He's only got 4 bombs, so unless he gets a lucky bomb drop along the way, he's going to have to take care of Patra 1 in level 9. It's
a common strategy once you whistle here at level 1 to build up a count so you can force a bomb in the breakfast room of level 9. So I would expect him to be trying to do that. And you could even see Drone possibly fishing for a global drop here in the overworld.
Xarnax42 done with the first Blue Lagoon room, but TA is done with the second Blue Lagoon room, as Xarnax42 is going to start that second Blue Dark Nut room right now.
I saw it right at the end there. TA had some nice grouping on the right end of the room.
Yep, and he is into the staircase. That was a pretty good Blue Lagoon room for Xarnax, so he's not going to be too far behind TA going into the Gleeok fight. BT the first to enter level 9. So if he has built his count up properly, he should force a bomb drop from these Zols.
I like the way these
guys Bullseye. Oh, me too, Yunus. These 4 players have been killing it tonight. They are doing exceptionally well, and TA just has a couple more heads left to go. Or, I'm sorry, Xarnax has a couple more heads left to go. Trying to force that count, but he gets hit, and I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it is going to work. He bombed again and gets his bombs. Nice play. All 4 players have the entire Triforce. It is time for level 9. Oh, nicely done, breastickle. That is not an easy thing to do, is to not take damage from Patrick 1 right there. He did that perfectly.
Yeah, I want to see this next room here. Let's see what kind of strategy he uses. I'm expecting the bottom strat. Oh, he's at the top.
Nice job by BT. He keeps his beam sword. You want to keep the beam sword for as long as possible. Drone is right behind him, though, but right now, at this point, it's looking like BT's race to lose.
Yes. The beam sword, getting to the reverse C with it, could save him even more bombs. It could really provide him opportunities. And he's maxing out his bombs. He had 7 and he goes to 8.
Yeah, and Xarnax looks like he's going to be the first to level 9 in his matchup against TA. So very close again, but Xarnax looks like he's going to have roughly a 20-second lead depending on how the screen scrolls do. Getting controlled a little bit by that Lionel is TA. That sword beam, didn't want to see that, and a good screen scroll right there. So time for the reverse C room of doom. Let's see how it goes. He's going to bomb him. Just needs one more hit on them. Nicely done. Boy, what a breakfast room there by BT. That was amazingly done.
Yeah, he knew what he wanted to do there. Just get a good blue withrow pattern by standing in certain places. Drone's health issue here is not great. Oh, no. And he's down to 2.
Oh, Drone is in big trouble right here, folks. He is down to 2 hearts. He gets hit by anything in this room, he's down for the count. This is going to have to be perfect.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't get hit by anything, he doesn't get a health refill, he's going to lose time to Patra 2 on the way back.
Yeah, that is correct. Now, he did get a couple of heart drops to save his bacon right there. He's only got 2 hearts remaining. Meanwhile, BT has 4.5 hearts remaining. He's definitely not out of the woods yet. He is going on an all-you-can-eat pancake buffet, and just like that, he's down to 2.5 hearts. BT in trouble.
Oh, dear.
So this race is not over yet, folks. BT is on a pretty good pace. Drone's on a pretty good pace. Xarnax is on a pretty good pace. And heck, TA is on a pretty good pace. And he's got a lot of health right now. So these races are not over. And BT down to half a heart.
Oh, man. Our top 2 racers, BT needed to step down there, but they need to play it very tight here. They're going to die.
Oh, absolutely. This is very crucial right here. Drone is past Patra 2. Right now, he is trailing in the race, but if BT takes a hit from anything, he's out, and Drone can sneak in and take the lead. nice shot with that bomb. breastickle keeps his half a heart, and I don't know what his count is, but if he can force that count to a 16, he could get a fairy drop.
He has the time here to slow down and try to work the hippo fairy, as we call it, entering the Patra 3 fight with 7 on his global, or his consecutive, in order to force a fairy.
Yep, and a drone, he gets a fairy drop. He's up to 6 hearts, so his health is looking pretty good all of a sudden. BT, does he get this fairy drop? No, it's a 5 rupee. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. 4 hits is what he needs. He cannot take a hit. Oh, and he gets the favorable Ganon pattern. We've got Bacon. He gets the Triforce of Power, and BT, a clutch victory, has defeated rcdrone. Let's see those GGs, everybody. What a race between the two.
What a finish. Swag Silver Arrow above Zelda's head. Half-heart finish from a guy who is one of the biggest low percent runners of the game, so it's not surprising to see him come through in the clutch, but dang, anything could have happened there.
Now let's see how Drone does against Ganon. Unfortunately, he does not get the good favorable pattern that breastickle got. Now he's got to be careful. If he takes a Hyrule driver, he's down for the count. There's 3 hits. And there's 4. Nice job, Drone. He's got Ganon down, another Triforce of Power. So let's see those GGs for rcdrone. He played a really good race himself, but unfortunately just not good enough to take down BT.
That was an amazing race there. Got ta909 in the Wizrobe trap room.
Now, he picked up a potion, and he decided to refill on his health, so he's now up to full health, and if he can keep that beam sword, that's going to make the Patra fight very smooth. And these two are neck and neck! They are side by side! This is going to come down to the wire, folks, between Xarnax and TA. Unbelievable!
Yeah, I hope that TA, for his sake, can keep his beam to Patra 3, because that will really speed up his fight.
No question about it. Xarnax has a very slight lead right now. If TA can keep that beam sword going into Patra, he's having trouble doing the clip. He does do it. He still has the beam sword. Let's hope he does not get trolled by the keys here. He does not. He's going to have the beam sword for Patra. Xarnax, the first to Patra 3. This is going to come down to the wire. Let's see who gets there first. No, he takes a Bobby, loses the beam sword.
Oh,
and
no.
Xarnax, the first to take down Patra 3, but TA is going to be right behind him, and the Ganon patterns could tell the tale of the tape for these two runners, and they are both, ooh, and TA is going to fill up on his potion, but that's going to allow Xarnax to win this race!
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness gracious, so Xarnax has defeated TA. Get those GGs out. What a race between those two. Unbelievable action between all 4 of our runners tonight.
Yeah. Oh, what a lucky audience tonight.
Yep, and a good Ganon fight there by TA. We've got 4 Bacons down. We've got 4 Triforces of Power. So TA is going to finish this race. Let's see those GGs for TA. 4 outstanding runs by our racers tonight. Make sure you give all 4 of these runners a follow. They did a fantastic job tonight.
We have with us in the commentator's booth, breastickle, the winner of our top race here. Good game, sir. Congrats.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you.
Yes, breastickle, well played. I must say, both races between you and rcdrone and Xarnax and TA, those 2 matchups were close the entire time. The leads kept changing back and forth between the 2 of you. But breastickle, I tell you what, half a heart, very clutch at the end, not to take any damage and win the race against rcdrone. How are you feeling?
Oh man, I was taking some huge deep breaths that whole race. I started to sweat. I went through the whole spaghetti thing, but I was able to not die on Ganon.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we do have rcdrone also in the commentators booth. Drone, GG to you, my friend. Very, very good race. You 2 were close practically the entire time, and breastickle was down to his half heart, but unfortunately the Hyrule driver never came. But it was a very good effort both of you put up tonight.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Did you just say, unfortunately, I didn't die to a Hyrule driver?
Well, unfortunately for him. Because I'm talking to rcdrone. That's the reason why I said that. Unfortunately, in his case, the odds didn't roll his way. That's what I meant by that, breastickle.
Oh, don't worry. I've never been offended.
I knew one of these days saying the words like that would get me in trouble. But tell you, it was a great race between you two. I mean, no deaths for all 4 runners tonight. I mean, you can't be much closer than that. You can't be much better than that. You guys were excellent tonight. So, man, great race. Go over it with us. We'll start with you, breastickle.
I had a very strange fire pattern going into the ladder, and then just from then on out, I was just getting further and further behind. I had to force some money up. I had to take I miscounted in the ante-room to the recorder, so I didn't get a bomb drop there, but I was feeling pretty wealthy from there out, so just try to stay on par with my run until 9 kind of got a little bad.
Yeah, so, drone was like 10 rupees ahead at level 4, and neither of you got a bomb drop out of were able to force your bomb in the Olive Garden, the recorder room. A lot of people tried. I don't think anybody did, but we had different people going in. You had a high count. TA went with the penalty box.
That's a great strategy. I like the penalty box. Nest Cardinality was doing that too. He didn't even know what it was called, but yeah, in a race situation with the 0 count, you got to do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you could spend a ton of time in the recorder room thereafter having low bombs.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I thought I was at 6, so I was close, but then I took a bop early, and I was patiently waiting for the darkness to group up, and then they wouldn't do it. So then I was able to kill 3, and I had to sword the rest down, and that was basically when the race swung.
And we also do have Xarnax42 here in the commentator's booth. Xarnax, congratulations. You pulled off the victory against TA. It was close between you and TA the entire time. In fact, you guys were side by side coming out of the final required Wizrobe room. But that was when TA decided to drink a potion. He actually bought a potion, and you actually took the lead on the basis of that, and you never let it go. So go over this run with us, Xarnax. Well played.
Thank you.
All right. We'll try to work them out.
All right. So BT and Drone, congratulations on a very, very good race. Now, BT, you move on to the winner's bracket quarterfinals, and looking at the matchup here on Challenge, it looks like you're going to be facing the winner against Cantaloupe, me, and Unos, 2 very, very, very competitive candidates, 2 of the top runners in this category. It should be a good one.
That is terrifying. Who do I root for? I guess I root for Cantaloupe to beat Unos, and then for Cantaloupe's computer to explode. That's the best.
Well, I can understand why you'd root for Cantaloupe. Unos is number 2, while Cantaloupe is number 3. But no matter which opponent you have to face, BT, it's going to be a tough one. But you know what? It's anybody's game, because Legend of Zelda, ruthless game sometimes. If the RNG doesn't roll right, the Wizrobes decide to be trolls, you just never know what might happen. So BT, again, congratulations on your victory. Wish you the best of luck in the next round.
Thank you so much. I am going to need it. GG.
Now, Drone, you are not out of it yet. You will go to the bonus bracket, and based on what I'm seeing on the challenge, your next opponent's either going to be Crystal Saver or Reeves, it looks like.
I remember both of those guys from the first tournament. I think both of them made pretty far. Like Crystal Saver obviously made it to the finals, grand finals, and I think Reeves got pretty far through the loser bracket.
Yeah, Reeves went very deep in the bracket and the losers bracket. I think he was taken out. Reeves was taken out by Lack probably, and Saber actually was the only person to beat Lack in that tournament.
Yeah, that's right. He was the one that forced Lack Attack into the bonus bracket during that tournament, but Lack Attack ended up getting his revenge by winning 2 in a row against Crystal Saber to take home the title that year.
Yeah, either way, I'm gonna have a tough opponent in my hands. But I mean, all you can do is just play the best you can.
Absolutely. Well, GG again to the both of you. Congratulations on an exceptional run, and we wish you two the best of luck in your next race.
Thanks, guys. GG, breastickle.
GG, guys. Thank you so much. Xarnax. Xarnax is here. Let's listen to him.
All right, so Xarnax42, back to your race. Again, congratulations on your victory. You are moving on to the next round of the winner's bracket. Go over this run with us.
Man, this was a really solid run. I'm really excited about this race. I was watching TA on his stream, so I knew that it was neck and neck the entire way.
It was an amazing race. You guys were side by side practically the entire run. I don't think there was much of a moment other than the ending where you guys were like 5-10 seconds, more than 5-10 seconds apart. It was neck and neck the entire way, and we had a dead heat again, like I said, going out of the final required Ganon room. But then that was when T drank the potion, as you know.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I was coming out of 8. I saw I was 11 seconds ahead, and I was like ahead of my PB, but I knew he was ahead of me. And then as soon as I saw him go for the potion, I was like, I actually have a chance. And then I got bopped around a bit early in 9, and I was planning on forcing bombs on the Zulls. But then at that point, I was so low on health, I decided to go to 7 and go for a Hippo Fairy. But then Patra 2 was awful.
Yeah, Patra 2 really gave you some problems there, and that might have cost you any chance of getting a PB, but to come within 20 seconds.
Yeah, Patra 2, so he took I think TA took the lead at that point, except then he used a potion, and then I was back ahead, and then he took another lead. No, I was ahead going into Ganon.
Yes, you were. He actually drank a second potion by the time you finished.
Ganon, yeah.
Yes.
That was nuts. I mean, being able to know where he was while I was having a really solid run just made it that much more exciting.
Yeah, you guys gave us a real solid race to watch there. The decisions at the end really made a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Eunice and I, we are all impressed at all 4 runners tonight of their skills. I mean, this is going to be a really good bracket showdown the rest of the way. So, Xarnax, congratulations. You move on to the winners round of 16. Your next opponent is going to be K-Mac, who is in the top 10, so it's going to be a tough one, but go over what you might be expecting in your next race.
I'm going to need him to die a couple times, and it's not going to happen. So I'm expecting to lose by 3 or 4 minutes. As long as I have a good run, I'll be happy.
I don't know. Maybe one death, but even then, you definitely want to race very cleanly against K-Mac. K-Mac's quite good.
Yeah, if I have like a death in 3 or 4, then it's basically over. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right, GG to you, Xarnax. Are we gonna have an interview with TA?
I think he left the race channel almost immediately. Said he had to go.
Okay, no problem. I got Xarnax. Thank you very much for your time. Again, congratulations on your victory, and we wish you the best of luck in your next race.
Thanks for all the viewers. Thanks for the restream. Thanks, Feasel. Thanks for the commentary. And GG to rcdrone and BT. Looks like it was another good race there, too.
Absolutely. In fact, coming up in just 13 minutes right here on Speed Gaming 3, we have another 2-for-1 special right here. Matchups between Redbird Grad and Jam Evil and Crystal Saver and Reeves. We're going to have JSR2 Gamers and Crescendo 2020 on the call for those exciting matches. So, tell you what, Yunus, great matches today. Great skills that all 4 runners possessed. What did you think?
Couldn't have been much better. Great race. We got to see a very equal play out of the top 2. We got to see very compelling play out of the bottom 2, both playing very well, and both, in that case, having decisions really make a big difference.
Absolutely great races, both of them coming down to the wire, and we are not done yet here on Speed Gaming 3. So coming up in 12 minutes, that's going to do it for us. So on behalf of our 4 runners tonight, make sure you give them all a follow. On behalf of Fiesel and Speed Gaming 3, and on behalf of my commentator partner, Yunos, make sure you give him a follow as well. This is LZ Cards Fan 23 signing off. Coming up next, Redbird Grad, Jamie Evil, Crystal Saver, and Reeves. We'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go away.